Hello everybody, here we are again with another video for you. Today I'm gonna talk about something that is really common in street fights and happens a lot. Sometimes in street fights you want to invite the person to peace. You want to say, hey dude, chill, but he doesn't follow you and he grabs your wrist and push you. What should I do here? I go say, hey come on, he grabs me and pushes me. And I do it with my both hands. He again grabs my wrist. What should be my reaction? So here I use my one or two hands to keep the distance from him, but he grabs my wrist. If he grabbed one of my hands, there are two options for me. If he's pushing me downwards, I need to use this technique. You bring him down, a punch and other strikes. If he was pushing you downwards. Now let me tell you how's that. If he was grabbing one of my hands and he was pushing downwards, you feel this. You feel his four fingers which are pushing you down. So you need to use his weakness. You need to break your wrist and grab him to get release of him. So I break my wrist and grab him. That's the only way out of this. You need to do this and grab his wrist like this. So here I'm using his downward power just against himself. Now I use my punch to hit the sensitive point on his biceps like this. Punch there, boom. And then you bring your hand up and use your hand blade to hit the neck. Now the second possibility is when he's pushing me straight to myself and I go inside and boom. I use my elbow. Let's see how's that. Here when he's pushing me straight to myself, I bring my elbow up and I lay on his hand. Before he brings his punch, I need to grab his neck with my one hand to prevent the punch and boom, I bring the elbow. I do it one more time from this angle. See, when he's pushing me to myself, I bring my elbow up, I lay on his hand, and then I go for his neck. I grab his neck, and boom, the elbow comes to his face. Guys, before we go through the next movement, I tell you, go and find someone in your house, find your friend which is muscular or really powerful, and tell him to grab your wrist and try to release yourself with these techniques. Try to release it and tell me in the comments if you could do that or not. I'm sure you can do it. Okay guys, now the second situation I told you before was when I'm trying to keep the distance with my two hands, but he grabs my both hands. Now what should I do? I need to mix those two options I told you before to release my hands. So it means I will release one of my hands with my elbow up and one of them with my wrist down. So I use both of them with my both hands. So when he's pushing 1, 2, I go inside. Try to stay dominant here. And then a punch to his bicep which upsets his balance and you grab behind the elbow and you use that to throw him away. Now let's do it again. When he grabbed my both hands and he's dominantly pushing me back, I need to use my both hands to go inside. As you see, 1, 2, I go inside and grab him. One more time, get someone and try this now. 1, 2, I go inside. And then a punch to his bicep, but you shouldn't drop your arm because he can punch you. Grab behind his elbow and get yourself back and throw him away. That's all.